It's a beautiful world here in Barney Bear Channel.
Hi, my name is Barney, and this channel is all about transgender and crossdresser.
Hi there, welcome back here to this channel, and for today's special episode, we are going to witness a beautiful life of this gorgeous transgender from Belgium, but originally she is from Italy, and that is Miss Rika. And for today's episode, she will going to answer some of her followers' questions. But before that, please do consider to like, subscribe, share this one to all of your friends, and don't you ever forget to leave a comment below. And if you want to be part of this growing family, there's a join button below. Click that one and simply follow the instruction. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And now we are going to listen to this beautiful and gorgeous transgender, Miss Rika. Here she is.
So yeah, and also I think like about that part what you said about you always being nice to kind, people. If you're a beautiful person, and you have your, and what beautiful I don't always mean aesthetically, also and a charisma and glamour and stuff like that. If you're also a kind person naturally, you cannot always show, and it's a very very sad thing, but you cannot always show your kindness. You should always put, and it's sad, but because people will use it against you. So
exactly.
You have to shout around it.
I do have this experience like a lot, like because whenever I just get hurt, I wouldn't say that. I mean, whenever I get sad from people who I really believe in, like who I do really trust, and then it shows that they're like super fucked up for real, like super fake, and then I just like promise myself I'm not gonna be a nice person ever. But you cannot take that from me, because I was raised and born, and I was raised by a family who just taught me to be nice to others. So it's just because I actually learned by like past 2 years that you should never have expectation from others, because
No, absolutely. I totally agree.
whenever I was doing I was super nice to like my closest friends, and then I was like expecting the same, and then it just turned out that they are super fucked up, and then you get sad, you hurt yourself. So what I just promised myself, you should be super nice, and then just don't expect anything. Like one of my friends the other days oh, do you want to meet up? I was like, oh sure, come over. And then I just got like a missed call, and then she was like, why didn't you answer? Like, what, you wasn't ready that I will show up? I was like, oh no, whenever you knock the door, then I believe that you're gonna be here.
I know that feeling. I totally get it. Yeah, people disappoint, of course, and I don't always think it's intentionally. I just think everyone just lives and lives and channels through what is natural to them. Also, yeah, then we speak about morals and the philosophy behind it, like what is a good person? Is it learned, that we learn to be a good
Exactly.
person?
I super agree.
Yeah, is it coded in us with trauma? Because sometimes we're also kind because we have past traumas, because it's a coping mechanism just to please others, and then we get frustrated. It's the same with holding the door. I used to be that person that when I hold the door open for somebody else, I would get mad. Still, sometimes it happens that when I'm a little bit pissed off that day, I just say like, that bitch didn't even say thank you or something like that. But then again, why expect that? And then I answer myself and I say like, yeah, because I would say thank you, because I it's the same like smiling too much to other people. Why do we do that? And then I was and excuse my English if I go a ramble a lot.
No, you got this.
Then I write a lot, and I write down my own thoughts and my inner dialogues and stuff like that, or monologues. Are they monologues?
Yeah, monologues.
Monologues. And then I discovered that it's a way. It was a way to make myself. I wanted to be the sugar for everyone, if it makes sense,
Exactly. That's what
just that they
like,
don't hurt me, just just to but that's the thing, it works against you. People will use that and
against you.
yeah.
That's what you're gonna do. Because I actually do have this discuss like I'm discussing this with my partner daily, and then we're like, my boss actually told me the other day, and she was like, you know what? Just be a superhero in your own story because it feels like you are too nice to people, and
Yeah.
then they just show up in your life when they got problem, and you just solve that for them, and then they just get like kind of comfortable and something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop caring. I mean, having like whatever is your business is gonna be your business.
Yeah.
I'm not having to do. Of course, I'm gonna be there for you and emotionally support you, but I'm not gonna be there and just put all my energy on
All
you.
your, yeah, like it's your, yeah, I agree, because you can also get a burnout from that shit, really.
Exactly. I swear to God, like I was like, my boss was like telling me the other day, like, are you a problem solver or what the fuck is wrong with you? Can you just focus on yourself? Of course. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just practice on this because I'm a kind of person also. I'm having so much like problem by saying no. Like if a friend of mine just show up, oh, I need you today. I will be like,
Yeah.
do you want to say hi? Come and say hi.
Hello, another handsome person. Now we have two handsome men.
You are very gorgeous, you know.
You
Thank you,
know,
beautiful.
that's home by Role. So he is actually watching your lives like every day.
Can I ask you something personal? Are you both?
We can take that like privately or something. That would be okay for you.
Not family. I mean, I just want to say, yeah, no, wait, I have brain rot. You said something very.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that I am having a little bit trouble by saying no when somebody needs
Yeah,
my help.
yeah, yeah. The people pleasing part. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, that's also very. It can be very toxic because you can burn out from that, and then you're not even mad at them. You're more mad on yourself. You know what?
Exactly. I just get this kind of anxiety. Why couldn't I say yes?
Betrayal of your. You betray yourself. I also do that.
Segue on live. Okay, sorry.
We betray ourselves if we go.
Because I was like for first time I was like the other day I was like, okay, if anybody asks me for help or just like for me to shows up and help with something, I would be like, no, that's a big no. So what one of my friends was like calling me Matthias, and he was like, can you please help me with this? I was like, no, I'm sorry, I'm super busy, I need to just be somewhere else. And then that 5 minutes after, I was having so much anxiety by saying no, and I was like, I feel so bad.
Yeah, the guilt.
I don't know. It's just because I feel like it's have to do with a lot. Like, I was like growing up and having my problems for my own, and I never shared them with anybody. And I was like, I believe in it that okay, whatever is my problem, and I can solve others, but others cannot solve mine.
Yeah, and you take it and you go and you're strong and you go through it. And also, not only that, it's not always true, but people pleasing can also be a form of past trauma where you had to be the parent of your parents.
What's that?
Come on, really bad.
Do you want to join?
Yes.
Okay.
You go there.
All right.
If do I disturb you?
No.
If I say like but sometimes it comes from being the parent of your parents,
Exactly.
and
That's
and
true.
also what else? Sometimes it's if you struggle with your identity, and I think everybody struggles with their identity and their youth also, but you when you are that young and you're already thinking about these adult problems,
Yeah.
In my case, for example, I'm a transsexual person, and I remember that I was very young and still not and always thinking about how I'm going to manifest it, and how is my family going to respond, and is it a sin if I'm like this? I went through so much psychotherapy with myself.
Exactly, and that's what is going like. I have a best friend, and she's transsexual too. So whatever, like we were like a kind of group. It's just really a good example because it shows how judgmental people can be. Like we were allowed like 15 people in a group. We were like friends. We were hanging out like every day. We were partying. We were just having a lot of fun, and then she just came out like she was like, guys, I am transsexual, and then she got blocked by 14 of them because
How? But wait, what do you mean blocked?
like they were like, oh, we don't want to have like contact with you because it's just not okay. And then she was like, oh, you're gonna block me? I was like, why would I do that? I'm gonna help you to go through that. And today she is doing perfect, and she is super gorgeous, and she is so much happier than she was before, and she's so like grateful, and she don't have any contact with her family or all that. And then I told her that whatever you do in your life is up to you, and I am nobody who is gonna decide who you want to be or who you want to love or whatever. So she is super happy, super
Oh,
grateful.
that's so nice.
She's gonna be here next week, and I'm gonna definitely come with her on live, and you guys should. She can.
Yeah, of course. Always nice to meet people. Do you know Home by Ro or not?
Yeah, it was him you were like saying hi to.
Okay, come join. Of course, come here.
I mean, whenever like I was like sitting in the couch, and then you were like, "Oh my god, my favorite person is live." I was like, "Who is
Oh
that?"
my god, I just love this. Oh my god, it's so strange. It's like I already knew you from somewhere.
I know. I got the same, like, I don't know. You were so easy to talk to, and you're super understanding as a person, and I love that for you. And
course, I mean,
then, like, I was like, for first time when I saw your videos, I was like, is that Angelina Jolie?
I think it's so awkward when people say that, but I think it's a compliment. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm not
she is the only woman in the earth I love. And
Oh.
Doja Cat is number 2.
Hi.
Hi.
What happened
How
to
are
the
you?
music?
What do you say? Sorry.
What happened to the music?
Oh yeah, I put it off because I was so invested in this conversation. But do you want to have some music on? Do you have a recommendation?
He is a Doja
Doja
Cat.
Cat.
Doja Cat. I love Doja Cat.
Hello, hello, it's a beautiful world here in Barney Bear's channel. Welcome.
Hi guys, this is Rika, and don't forget to subscribe
Subscribe now to Barney Bear's channel. Anak ko yan.
Raise your flag.